Welcome to the software demo of FUPO. We will understand how this can help a business managing large equipment fleet and maximize equipment engagement and productivity. This is how the homepage and operational dashboard looks like. Towards the top left part of the screen, you will find the menu option, which will give you options to navigate through the different modules of the software. Initially, all the employees, admins, operators, and equipment have to be registered on the software using these options. In each of the options, you will find an Add New button to add entries. Once registered, all the employees will be able to access the FUPO mobile app, and admins will be able to access the web portal with their respective phone numbers. When an asset is registered on FUPO, a unique QR code is generated for that asset. This QR code has to be printed in the form of a sticker and attached to the asset. Let's dive into the asset allocation process. Asset allocation process includes asset requisition by employees and asset allocation by administrators. Employees can raise requests for equipment using the mobile app. From the home screen, they can click on the Request Asset option, enter the date and time for which the equipment is required, select the purpose, select the asset, capacity of the asset, priority of the request, select the location where the asset is required, enter the expected productivity, and submit the request. This can be seen in the project admin dashboard as pending requests. All such requests can be managed by the admin through the asset request page. On clicking Allot Asset, admin can see all the assets available as per the request made. If the asset is connected with GPS, admin can also check the distance of the asset from the requested location and allocate an asset, either by availability or distance or both. Further, the admin has the flexibility to edit the request time, asset type and capacity. This allows the admin to allocate an asset on sharing basis or allocate an alternative asset if there are no available assets of the requested asset type. On successful allocation of asset, the user gets a notification on the mobile app. Simultaneously, another notification is sent to the user upon the arrival of the asset at the requested location. This is validated with the help of GPS connected to the asset. Now, the employee is required to start the job by scanning the QR code attached to the asset. They can click on the Start Job option, scan the QR code, enter the HMR or KMRR of the asset, and start the job. Employees can check the status of all their equipment requests in the My Equipment section. They have the option to pause the job when needed or end the job after it is completed. Please note that the system records all such delays for producing reports later. At the end of the job, they have to enter the actual productivity, HMR or KMR, of the asset and stop the engagement. This helps in verifying if the actual productivity of the equipment was greater or lower than the expected productivity. For any reason, if the user is unavailable at the requested location at the time of asset arrival, there is a provision in the app to add a secondary user who can start or end the job instead of the primary user. The status of all the allocated jobs can be tracked by the admin from the Engaged Assets page. Admin can closely monitor the various stages of the job with the help of color codes as defined here. After successful completion of a job, admin can view the comparison of the expected and actual values of engagement time and productivity for the job. An e-log sheet is generated at the end of the job. The telematics dashboard gives an overview of all the assets connected with GPS. Admin can track the real-time location of the assets, their movement status, and the speed at which the asset is traveling. Admin can also track the route traveled by an asset using the route playback option. For example, if one needs to see the movement of an equipment, it can be seen from this option. Just define the equipment identification number, the from and to dates, and click play. The fuel management module comprises of options to capture fuel entries for the assets, define the fuel consumption norms, and set monthly fuel budgets. On the other end, there is a provision provided to capture refueling each time, which can be compared to the defined budgets from time to time. These features help the admin to identify abnormalities in fuel consumptions and take necessary actions to control the same. Finally, FUPO can generate a variety of reports which provide an overall understanding of the daily asset requirements, productivity, asset availability, utilization, asset breakdowns, hourly working patterns, and much more. For example, this is how the asset utilization report looks like. For a selected date range, it shows the total available hours, engine on hours, the idling, productive, and marching hours. And hence, it calculates the availability and utilization percentages of the asset. This is the performance report of the asset, which shows the comparison of fuel consumption against the allocated monthly budget and the ideal fuel consumption norms, NIA. Another example is the productivity report, which shows the job-wise productivity status for the engaged assets. You may see that the report shows if the engagement output was above or below the expected values. Accordingly, there are many more reports provided for a user's convenience and trackability. This was a brief and quick demonstration of FUPO's capabilities. The solution is extremely flexible and customizable to suit the needs of organizations using equipment for various purposes. Contact us now to know more about FUPO and how it can help your business. Thank you.